my first time. It's amazing. You have to be like really up close with everything.
Yeah, yeah. So, head up to the left there.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. So if there's anything that you don't want to carry with you, you can just leave on the concrete here because you'll come back past that way.
Okay, cool.
You may be able to catch a glimpse of Sabu just inside the first stand there. So Sabu is 17 years old, so he's just waiting in there, and then he'll swap over with Kumbu shortly. We'll go out the front and Kumbu will come through into the other enclosure overnight. I'll give you guys a little bit of hand gel each if that's okay at the start and the end.
Too easy.
Do you guys happen to have face masks with
Not
you?
with
no,
us.
that's fine. So I'll give you guys a mask each if that's cool in a second.
No worries.
The reason that we're still using the masks for big cat encounters is just that there have been cases overseas of big cats catching COVID from humans.
Oh wow.
In the case of the snow leopards in the early stages, they did actually have a few fatalities, so it's something that is a bit of a concern for them. So you guys grab a mask each. Thank you.
Can they catch the colds?
I'm not, obviously there's so many different sorts of colds and viruses and stuff. It's not something that there's been fatalities with that I've read about. But yeah, as I say, with COVID there was issues with that, with it being new and that sort of thing. So we'll just head over to the side here, guys, and I'll just run through a couple of safety things just before we get started.
Too easy.
So the feeding tongs are designed with the bolt on either side. So there's no way that they can actually get pulled through the fence on you.
Oh yeah.
If he was to bite onto the tongs and try and start a tug of war, just let them go. Yeah, we don't want you to tug back because it could accidentally hurt his teeth or his gums.
Yeah.
But it would be really rare for him to actually try and do that. So you can feed him down low so he's on all fours. Usually for a couple of pieces though, he's happy to follow the food up the fence. Up to about my chest or shoulder height's good, and he'll stand with his two front paws up, so it is cool to see the size of those big feet. When he does stand up, the fence will flex a little bit under his weight, so just always keep a gap of about 30 centimetres between yourself and the wire at all times, just as that little safety buffer. If you are asking him to stand up and he really doesn't want to, he just sits there and stares at you. Just pretend to feeding him low, obviously because he's old, he has a bit of a low old man patience level, so if people really try and tease him to stand up and he doesn't want to, he just kind of goes bye and he walks off and goes and does his own thing. So,
no worries.
but normally he is happy to stand up. Obviously don't put your fingers on or through the wire. Often people just forget and go to lean on the fence just absent-mindedly. So yeah, all of those things. From his perspective, what passes through the fence is a snap. So we don't try to eat it. We don't want that to be our fingers.
Fair enough.
So I'll just quickly pop my mask on and then we'll get ready to head on through and see if he's ready for his dinner.
Cool.
So,
He's ready to go.
Alrighty, so if you want to go first, if you want, we can do like 3 big seats and then swap and then we'll put back and forth again.
So cute.
See the size of his big paws and that big things up there.
He's gorgeous. I love their long tails too.
They're massive, aren't they?
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
So fluffy.
Oh,
Oh,
right there. Put yourself on foot. Structure up.
You said 45 kilos?
Yeah.
They digestible?
Yeah, they do. Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, with food cats, and it's the same with like domestic dogs too. If you're feeding raw bones, then they can digest them and break them down. But it's only like bones that are bad because how they chew not to swallow them is how they'll pass through their digestive tract and won't break down any further. But yeah, these guys they can digest all of that.
So cute.
Guys, so there's probably another couple of pieces each for you guys to do another swap at the end, but just make sure you get to do a stand up with him if you want to while he's eating.
Buddy. Good job. It's this one. One more. One more. There we go. Nice. Gets the non-bone ones down quick. There you go, buddy. Super cute.
Has there ever been albino ones?
Not that I've ever read of or anything like that. I mean, I suppose albinism can occur across any species, but yeah, not that I'm made aware of.
So that albino wallaroo today.
Yeah,
So-
she's beautiful, isn't she?
Yeah. So,
She's really cool.
got time for one more? Hey?
Is that the only albino kangaroo in Australia?
Not in Australia. She's obviously the only one that we have. But yeah, no, there are other species in other zoos. We're going to do another swap
Yeah.
guys, and then we'll let you go at the end.
Sure.
So in the wild, it said that there's about 1 in 10,000 would be born in albino for kangaroos and wallabies. But yeah, they do have a poor survival rate because obviously they stand out for predators and it's not quite well.
Yeah, because I saw him from a distance and I'm like, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It's cool. Oh, so cute. Just want to cuddle, but obviously not. So you were saying he got raised, no hands on at all. So.
Yeah, so a lot of zoos will be hands off with them, or they might work in with them until the general rules when they're about 20 kilos of weight for any of the big cats. By that size, they can start to do a decent scratch and bite, so that's often where they'll then be hands off.
Okay.
So that's how the leopards are raised.
Ooh.
Good boy.
Thank you. Want this one? Here you go, buddy. You look like you're getting a bit tired. I'll let you, let you have some lower ones. So what was their life expectancy in the captivity?
So in captivity, 18 to 22.
Oh, that's pretty
So
good.
that one's 17 already.
Yeah, so he's
Wow.
17 and he's
17.
19.
Oh,
so,
wow.
Yeah,
So they're
actually they're both having their birthdays next month, so they're gonna
golden years.
crack over 20.
That's good.
So
Yeah. Thank you very much. Do you want to swap that?
two left, guys. So
Let you do that.
lucky last.
Oop. Oh, got it caught.
There we go.
Nice. Good job.
No worries.
Oh, so beautiful. Oh, crunch. I saw you when you're in with the lions. I was like, wow, that's impressive. Like,
Yeah,
you pretty
no,
much
they're
wrestle those
amazing.
guys.
They're pretty awesome to work with. So, yeah,
Yeah.
you're very lucky.
Wow.
It's all gone, sweetie. Thanks,
Oh, sorry, buddy.
sweetie.
All gone.
Did they ever get to travel to other enclosures and other zoos?
So no, I mean, as far as moving to another zoo, like Kumbu has had a couple of moves in his life. So he was born at Mogo Zoo. He came up to us on loan for 6 months at the end of 2011. So he was our first ever big cat. And then he got moved to Taronga Zoo and got paired up with Samara, a female.
Yep.
And then Taronga had decided they weren't keeping snow leopards anymore in 2015, so they came back to us then.
Oh, okay.
So he has had a few moves, but you know, kind of like us, moving house is stressful, so it's
Yeah.
not necessarily
They don't
always a
want to.
positive thing to be, you know, shifting
Traveling.
around and things like
Yeah.
that. Certainly, you know, being able to swap enclosures would be amazing, so it's good that they have got the two
Explore a little
enclosures and
bit,
they swap
yeah.
back and forth, because they can set up over the top of where the other males been, and it's a different area to spend time in and explore. So yeah, so that is good.
How come Taronga Zoo stopped having snow leopards?
So they wanted to expand their lion and tiger enclosures
okay.
and breeding areas, and obviously being a city zoo, they've only got a certain amount of space, and
Yeah.
so they decided that the snow
Yeah.
leopards. It's quite a small program in Australia. In the early days, there were meant to be a lot more zoos getting on board with it, and it didn't happen. So they decided to focus more on their lion and tiger breeding, and they did space for those guys. So that's why they revamped and utilised the snow
Lucky
leopard
us,
space.
yeah.
So yeah.
This is the first time I've been able to see a snow leopard in person. I've
Yeah,
been
okay.
to lots of different zoos, but not many have.
No,
So-
at the moment I think there's only Melbourne Zoo and then Tasmania Zoo.
Okay, yeah, I haven't been to either of those. So.
Melbourne could be easy.
I've done everything like north of Sydney, but
Yeah, okay, yep.
so-
So yeah, previously, I mean, obviously Mogo, they had Kumbu's old sister. She only passed away at the start of the year, so they did have them. And then National Zoo and Aquarium at Canberra, they used to have snow leopards as well, but they've now changed and they've got the Sri Lankan leopard.
Okay.
So there has been a bit of a change too with the breeding program focus, that there is that bit of a stigma with the snow leopards about, you know, why do you have them in Australia when, you know, they're a snow leopard, they should be in a cold climate, and people don't understand that they can obviously survive
Adapt to
both
it, yeah.
extremes of temperature.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, there were some zoos that decided they would prefer to have the Sri Lankan leopard, which is a bit more, comes from a more
hotter
similar
climate.
climate to Australia. So,
Okay. Awesome.
he knows the routine, he knows it's time to swap in a minute, so a bit like a house
Done.
cat, Sabu starting to
Yeah.
scratch on the door, saying, "Liz."
Oh. It's cool. Thank you very much.
No worries, you're welcome.